Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to this pop-up edition of Speak That Movement Live. My name is Tiara M. Tucker, and I am so excited to just pop in today to say hello to each and every one of you tuning in. So I'm the founder of Speak That Movement, as well as Tiara PR Network, LLC. And today is just a special day. Actually, it's a special day. It's a special week. And I'm just so excited that so many of you are already tuning in as we decided to pop in for about an hour or less just to have an empowering, inspiring, and motivational conversation that is full of a lot of reasons to celebrate. So, for those of you who are tuning in for the very first time to any Speak That Movement live show, thank you, thank you, thank you. You are at the right place. So, I want you all to know this is a nonprofit organization that is focused on women empowerment, mental health, and social justice. We are on a mission to equip and empower professional women in business to just walk in their purpose, use their voice, live their best lives. And along the way, we know that we will be faced with mental health issues, roadblocks, and social justice detours along the way. But we trust and believe that we can overcome every single thing. So to learn more about Speak That Movement and all of the things that we are doing in the communities, visit www.speakthatmovement.com. So another special thing about the Speak That Movement live shows is that we love to interact. So let's virtually connect and socialize. So the way that you do that, you go to Speak That Movement. If you're on the Speak That Movement Facebook page, you're in the right place. If you're at the Speak That Movement YouTube page, you're at the right place. If you're on a personal page, you're in a good place, but we would love, 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 love to have you meet us on the Speak That Movement Facebook or YouTube page where we're streaming live right now. So let us know who's out there. I already see that we have a few people tuning in. Hello, 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 Miss Elaine Bird Wright, representing Rockford, Illinois. So shout out to everybody tuning in from Rockford, Illinois, and the rest of the state of Illinois, which is my home state, everybody in Texas, and everybody all over the country. And I heard we might have at least one person dropping in from outside of the country today. So last but certainly not least, again, have fun today. Invite some more people. Let them know that we're going to have a great conversation. So without further ado, I want to bring up a very special lady as it pertains to Speak That Movement. And I'm sure she'll be a familiar face and name to many of you because she's a executive board member for Speak That Movement, and she has been on several of the Speak That Talks shows, as well as the Speak That Movement events. So help me, and I need an extra, extra, extra special welcome today for our executive board member, Ms. Laneeda Evans.
Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, Tiara. Good to see you today. It is an amazing day, amazing event that we're going to have today. So I am super excited for today. Special guests and so many things to celebrate. I am just ecstatic today. I am beyond, as you see, a little something here.
Yeah, what is that?
What is that? It's a happy birthday. Yes, I am ready. I am ready to celebrate on today. I am one that love, anytime that God has given us another day, I believe in cherishing and celebrating. For those that know me, my 29th birthday was an amazing year. It was an amazing birthday. and I celebrate anniversaries of my 29th birthday. So, some people know how old I am, but others, I just keep them guessing all the time. Like,
Hey.
God is good. They say something don't crack. So, hey,
Yes.
keep
Well,
hope alive.
keep it alive. Listen, everybody out there, help me wish Laneeda a very happy birthday, because that is a part of today's celebration. We're going to show you love today. And Sheena says, happy birthday. Sheena is now representing the Carolinas. Sheena stepped out on faith.
All
And
right, Sheena.
Yes, and like she said, it don't ever crack.
That's right. That's right.
We have Miss Imelda Ellis.
And that's my Mama Imelda. That's Mama Imelda. Thank you so much. I love you. Thanks so much for joining today. I appreciate it. And your baby gonna be sharing some knowledge as well. So that is Dr. T's mom.
Oh, wow. Well, welcome, Mama Ellis. So let's see. Again, Sheena's representing North Carolina. Good evening to you. Elaine again, sending her love.
Sister Rocktown in the house. Hey.
Yes. And happy birthday. And she loves you immensely. Tearjerker. And we have some more people out there. So welcome. Let us know you're here. Send some birthday love today. And Laneeda, tell us, because this is a celebration.
That's right.
How does it feel? How do you feel?
I feel good. Like I said, I woke up early this morning, had the opportunity to walk a few miles today just to be in his presence, celebration, not just for my birthday, but today is an amazing, and it just happened to be on my birthday. What else happened today on my birthday? The 20th anniversary of my 29th birthday. So that kind of tells y'all how old I am. Something else amazing happened today in the White House.
Yeah, and we'll be talking about that a little later. So I'm excited about that too.
Yeah. So, but today has been a blessed day. I pampered myself today. Had some good food today and good celebration with family and friends. And so the love that has been poured out to me today has been just amazing. I said, every day is a gift. We never know when that gift, like I said, I live in the present. So I thank him for the present and the presence of life.
There you go. And you have a few surprise visitors on. Debbie R says, happy birthday, sis. Love you and continued blessings.
All right. Thank you, Debbie. Hey.
Jade, happy birthday, Laneeda. She even gave you a piece of chocolate cake.
Woo! I love me some cake. I actually picked up my free nut and bundt cake. I love free. I do free all day. I signed up for so many different things, and I was in Dallas a couple of weeks ago, and I'm like, I missed my free stuff while I was there, but it's okay. It's okay.
Well, we are definitely gonna have a good time. And Sheena is right. She said, you're glowing with love in life. I agree. If you think that she's glowing today, let us see some heart pumps, because I see the glow as well. I really do. And then, hello, Miss Karen, representing Peoria, Illinois.
Hey, Karen.
Yes, Miss Speak That Movement MVP volunteer.
That is right.
All right. Well, listen. We're going to have a good time today, and we got reunion. We got friends saying hello to each other, because we have not went live since May.
Yes. It's been a while. Like I said, Speak That Talks are 1 year anniversary there. So it's been a while. So been missing individuals and everything else, but it's, good to be back. Good to see faces and friends and the fellowship. So good to be back. To see some individuals.
Yes. And so for those of you who have been following along, we were hosting the Speak That Talks. I mean, literally, I was going live every single Thursday since May 7th, 2020. And then after over 50 shows, after over 50 guest speakers from all over the country and outside of the country, I felt it was time to pause. So this is not a Speak That Talk show. That's why we're calling this a pop-up, because we're just popping up real quick to celebrate. So again, come on over to the Speak That Movement page. So one other thing you mentioned that was very special is that we're here because we also want to celebrate Juneteenth. And some amazing things happened today. So in particular, for those of you who maybe haven't been following along, which is fair if you haven't, but I want to just pull up some of the key points. So I'm just going to pull these up just for people that are like, just tell us a little bit. I would encourage you to look online and you can learn a lot more. So some key points. President Joe Biden signed a bill today establishing Juneteenth, the date marking the end of slavery in the United States, as a federal holiday. So my people, Juneteenth is now a federal holiday. President Biden and our Vice President, Kamala Harris, delivered remarks in the East Room of the White House. The New York Stock Exchange will not close tomorrow. Okay, so if y'all work at the New York Stock Exchange, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe take some time off of work. I don't know how that's going to work. But at least for this year. However, they will evaluate a closing of markets for the holiday in 2022. So keep in mind, national holiday. You might start hearing about businesses and companies giving people, some time off of work. So there's more to come. And then last but certainly not least, Juneteenth National Independence Day, which is the official name, is the first new federal holiday since Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day in 1983.
That is absolutely amazing and super excited that it was signed and it's official. So, you can't go back and forth on it any longer. It's there, it's real, it's happening, and it's no longer can be debated. It's a day of celebration and we deserve it. It shouldn't have taken this long, but I'm thanking God for progress. Progress is here. We have moved forward and continue to look for other things to come in the future. I said, so we take every little win that we can get. It's a big win. We take it. We take it in.
Yes, it is definitely a step in the right direction. And there are many, many more steps to go, but we will take this one and we'll take it because it's ours.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
That's right.
And as Karen said, all states need to fall in line, but
That's right. They do. They definitely need to fall in line because it's, like I said, we are here. We're not going anywhere, and we're going to keep on pushing and driving and motivating and doing whatever we need to do to educate individuals. One of the things I had the opportunity to be a part of a kickoff this week. And one of the things that individual had stated, the professor from ISU, and making sure that everyone understands and remembers that Juneteenth is not the beginning, the slavery, those things are that time span that we were in slavery is not the beginning of Black history. We were kings and queens and princesses and those things before we were taken against our will. So knowing, the true history that we have behind us. So before that, we were existing and doing our thing and prosperous, building, there's so many things. We are the ones that have helped to build America. And so coming over from where we came from, so there's so much more. But just remembering that is not the start of our history. Our history goes back so far.
And it certainly won't be the end.
That's right.
Shout out to Miss Lisa Jones representing. And as she said, we won't stop.
That's right. That's right.
Loving the energy, and I am loving the interactions. I want to just, I have another shout out here. We're going to go back a little. Brown Sugar says, happy birthday, Laneeda. Looking beautiful as usual.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey.
So I'm excited about today because not only are we going to celebrate, but today was a special day. Like, we like to say that Speak That movement, it was based on a vision, and we're continuing to like walk in visions. Like,
Yes.
even when we talked about possibly holding a pop-up event, we really didn't even realize that this would be the day that a bill would be signed. So it just really worked out. So again, we're just excited that we have people tuning in to pop in with us. So let's move on, because you have a very, very, very special group of women who have been rocking with you, and you've been rocking with them. So that's the other beautiful part about this, because with Speak That movement, we love powerful women. And it's not just Black women. Black, it doesn't even matter what your race is, your ethnicity, your religion, doesn't even matter. We are a diverse nonprofit organization.
That's
However,
right.
I'm going to unapologetically say that I will always love my Black sisters and queens that are just doing their thing. So for today, I'm excited about the women that we are going to introduce to the Speak That movement platform.
Yes.
So I want you, Laneeda, to first of all tell us who are these special guest speakers. Tell us who they are, and then we're going to bring them up one by one.
All right. Well, these special guest speakers are a part of a platform of some friends of mine from high school. Other friends became friends because of those friends, elementary school, junior high school. We go back sometime, the individuals that are a part. And this platform, we actually started on Marco Polo. My nephew sent me a list to join Marco Polo. I never joined. I was like, I ain't trying to do that. Another social media, something. I'm not trying to do that. So I finally got on, and then other people got on, and we just connected as a group. And it's called Dream Squad. And it is 6 ladies, 6 African-American ladies that are doing their thing. Each individual, we're so different. With everything that we're doing, but very powerful individuals in everything that they're doing. We utilize the platform to anything from being support from one another, when life happens to, because life is going to happen, be it a celebration, be it a death, be it, going through a little something. But then we also talk about business adventures. I'm looking into this. We use that platform to share information with one another, such as our PPP information, our small business, grants and loans and opportunities that are out there. So we utilize that platform for so many different things, and we just support one another. People always think that sometimes that, us as women, especially Black women, that we are tearing each other down. But they don't see all the opportunities that, we're lifting one another up and truly supporting each other and putting those blocks in place to support one another, and we tell the truth to each other too. Sometimes, it's like, ooh, ouch. But thank you for being real with me on that situation. And if you can't have people in your life that are going to tell you the truth about some things, you don't need them. So the Dream Squad, we, as I said, coming up with Speak That movement aligns totally with what we do, what we're about. They are those individuals. I said, we dreaming it and making things happen, putting stuff into action.
Well, great. Well, listen, without further ado, let's bring up members of the six person Dream Squad. We have a few members today.
That's right.
So we're going to bring them up one by one, and I'm going to allow you to introduce each one by one.
All right.
So everybody, before we do this, show some love, because these are some powerhouse women, the Dream Squad.
Whoop, whoop, the Dream Squad.
All right. Who we're going to bring up first?
Can bring up Dr. T.
Dr. T. Welcome, Dr. T, to the Speak That movement platform. Yes, go ahead and unmute yourself and let us know how you're feeling today.
Hey, I'm feeling good. I'm on here with my homie, Laneeda. Happy birthday, honey bun.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
me. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes, and Dr. T is an amazing. This woman, this doctor is doing so many amazing things. We go back to, like I said, junior high, and what's it said? We just actually had a conversation with her daughter the other day. Just like-minded individuals that was about positivity, handling our business in school, and we just connected. And from there, we moved on, and 30 plus years later, I mean, we are still rocking and rolling and supporting.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so awesome.
Well, welcome, Dr. T. All right, bring up another Dream Squad member. How about this, Dr. T? You introduce the next Dream Squad member.
And I'm bringing up on the next guest, Sharita Graynet. Okay, that's the Dream Squad name. Her name is Sherry Graynet. Come on, Sherry. Come on down, girl.
Welcome, Sherry.
Sherry's on mute.
Yes, she is. Sherry, you gotta unmute yourself so we can hear you.
Oh.
And that's what Sherry does.
I just wanted to make sure there was no noise in the background. Happy birthday, Laneeda. Thank you for that, Dr. Ellis. Hey, ladies, I love these ladies. I've been knowing them for such a long time, and they're so positive. And like Laneeda said, we bounce things back and forth off of each other. We've been doing that since we started Marco Poloing, and Chakaya and I have been in a ton of things as far as business adventures. So it's good to be here. This is like something new for me to speak on a platform like this. So thank you for inviting me, Nita.
Awesome. And thank you for joining. So you can welcome the last Dream Squad member joining us today.
I will do. The last member is like my cousin friend. We're all from Rockford, Illinois. Very, very intellectual young lady. She is probably one of the most disciplined friends that I have, like family, and that is Mrs. Felicia Coburn.
All right. Well, she's there. We'll see her in a second.
She likes to make an entrance. That's what she does.
Go.
Oh, wow. You know what? We'll give her a moment. It's my understanding that she is at a conference. So we will give her a moment because she's so focused on just living her dreams that she took a moment from the conference to join us. So we'll have her back up in a minute. So, think she's back on. So let's bring her back up in a moment, and we're gonna just have a nice little conversation. So I'm just gonna give her a moment. But in the meantime, ladies, how are all of you feeling today? How you feeling?
Feeling good. Feeling good.
Good.
Oh, yes, feeling great today. It's a good day, especially what happened today, as you were speaking on earlier. Today is a great day, and also in celebration of our friend Laneeda. It's one of those days that goes down in the books, especially in Texas.
That's right.
Yeah, where they stop. You don't have to conceal. I mean, y'all just out there, just wild west. But we're not gonna talk about.
Yeah, that's another conversation. Another conversation.
But you know what? That's what we talk about on the Dream Squad. Everything under the sun.
Oh, yeah, and I love
keep it light today.
Trust me, that'll be a topic for Speak That Talk when that comes back. But I want to welcome Miss Felicia. How you doing? I see her. Can you hear us? Yeah. Well, it's okay. As I said, please allow Grace. She's at a conference right now, And these are the things that can happen when you go live, even when you prepare and rehearse. But it's all good because she is a woman that I know is a problem solver. So I know we're going to get you. We're going to get her. So in the meantime, ladies, as we talk about today, right? Like, all I could think about is like, you know what? This day happened. And I'm going to try Felicia one more time. I think it's going to work. Let's hear you. All right. Can you hear us okay, Felicia? Okay. Can you all hear Felicia?
I can't hear her.
I don't think she said anything yet.
Well, you all were screaming like you heard her talking. It made me think it was me that did it.
No, we were excited because we saw her come up.
Okay, well, you know what? We're just gonna leave her face right there, and if we can hear her, I mean, I feel like I see you moving, Felicia. All I need to do is hear you talk. Have you tried talking?
Unmute yourself, Felicia. Maybe you muted yourself.
She's not muted. Felicia, have you opened your mouth yet? It's okay. We got to keep moving. So listen, ladies. All right. I want to know more about the Dream Squad. So tell us just about the dreaming aspect. I want to know about you as individual women, and tell the audience and myself, what does going after your dreams mean? And I bring that to connected to Juneteenth, right? I'm going to go back. I'm going to go way back. I'm going to go back to our ancestors, who I truly believe, even during their roughest days, hottest days, and all that they endured, I believe that they had a dream, and that dream sounded like freedom. I believe they had a lot of dreams. So I want to fast forward to 2021, when we as women can go after our dreams and make them a reality. No more shackles. Now, there may be some attempts for shackles, but no more shackles. So I want to hear one by one, what does going after your dreams mean to you?
I'll start. So Laneeda, she don't let me go after all of my dreams because she say I'm doing too much. But going after your dreams means to me just living your best life, right? Being able to go out there and decide intentionally, this is what I want, and then go for it, right? And if we don't, you only live once, right? And if we don't go after our dreams, what potential are we leaving on the table? So for me, I probably err on the side of too much, but I feel like everything that I do is always leading up to where I want to be, right? When it's all said and done. Not when I'm in the grave, but when it's all said and done, when I'm retired, and I can kind of live a little bit more freely. So, and I don't believe in small dreams. And I think the reason why we're called the Dream Squad is because we're a group of women bonded by, like Laneeda said, over 30 years. I mean, I've been with, man, Laneeda, it's been what? I can't even, too long. And we've gone through so many stages, from babies and teenagers to well into like, I say my age, but I know a lot of people don't want the age shown. So for me, dreaming with women who can support that and not knock you down and question you and discourage you, it's amazing how many people do that. So with this squad, I really feel like I can say I want to go to the moon. They're gonna be like, well, what time we leaving? You know what I'm saying? What you need me to pack? And that's real. There's not a lot of people that you can say that with. This group of women is genuinely in your corner, and that's why this is such an important moment today, to be here to support Laneeda, but to just show everybody that we have an incredible bond that, it's just, I'm sure not a lot of people have. So I'm just grateful for it.
Good. And I want to hear from you, Sherry, as you think about the dreams that our ancestors had back in the day, the way that they paved the way. And then you think about yourself as a dreamer and the Dream Squad. So what does dreaming mean to you?
Oh, it means a lot, especially to come off of what our ancestors went through for us to have these freedoms and to even make these dreams become a reality. I can remember my grandmother. I remember one time Chakai actually rode with me down there with my grandmother, and we were talking about a president of color, a black president, and she just thought there's no way that would ever happen. Unfortunately, she wasn't alive to see Barack Obama go in, but that's one of those things where. In his mind, you guys know President Barack. He is one of those people who have that dream, like we do. Probably 10 times more. You'd have to do that, but I really wanted her to see that because we're a different generation because of their sacrifices. And as far as the Dream Squad, we are all very much so alike. I think, like Laneeda was saying, but different. We're all driven. We all support each other. If you want, like you said, if you have this business venture, let's go. If we can invest in it, let's do that. I come from a family of dreamers. Actually, my uncles, my dad, my mothers, they're all what you could call against the grain, and they strive for greatness, and they've done a great job. And I think raising me, and then I have developed, like this really family like friendship with the Dream Squad. And we keep it going. So that really does help. And I also wanted to mention, and we may get to it from a corporation standpoint. I'm really more into entrepreneurship, but I have to mention this and how amazing what's been going on with this Juneteenth and or George Floyd in a meeting, and this is a management meeting, which I've never heard this in my entire life. They actually said Black Lives Matter in a meeting. I mean, it was just unreal, and it was no negative, no negative energy or none of that. It was more compassionate and things of that nature. So I do believe our dreams are becoming a reality every day. And I'm a business person, so it's definitely something that we could speak into existence or dream into existence.
I love that. Thank you so much. So I'm going to try to bring up Miss Felicia, and I'm hopeful. Felicia, we just need to hear you.
Hi.
Yes.
Yes. Happy birthday.
Hey,
Leah.
now, Felicia, it's on you, sister.
Hey, sorry, my thing.
It's okay. It's okay. This is all about grace. We're live. We popped in. It's all good. So, first of all, tell us just a little bit about yourself, and then I want to hear from you. Tell us, what does dreaming mean to you as we think back to our ancestors and now this historical day? And when you think about dreaming and dreaming big, and even you right now, you're somewhere full of dreamers right now. So just tell us a little bit about yourself and your thoughts on dreaming big.
Right. Yeah. Well, I am a nurse practitioner. Been one for the last 10 years and been a nurse, believe it or not, for 20 years this year. So being a dreamer, it's, having that drive to move forward, go for what you want, and just do it. And we've all pretty much been that group of women since we known each other. From me, Laneeda, and Chakai knowing each other in junior high to Sherry, Jackie, and we've known each other since, me and Sherry since high school and a little before that. But we just work hard. As far as being dreaming and with this whole Juneteenth thing, I just lost my grandma last summer, and she was 92, but she used to work the polls. And I remember her going to work the polls all the time, and she was so driven about voting and appreciate having that opportunity, and just so went into uh, just wanting everybody to understand how important it was. So I myself, for the first time last year, participated in that election process. And I did it in honor of her. And I plan to keep continuing to do it because it is so important, and it's so important that we, with this whole Juneteenth thing, it is a milestone, but we just got to keep pushing to get more done. Everybody, black, brown, whatever. Just for example, for today, I'm at a conference, but I'm the only person of color in that whole entire classroom. And that has been for me for a very long time. But that doesn't keep me from moving forward.
Mm. Wow, nicely put on so many levels. Again, thank you so much for dropping in today and for being at that conference representing, right? It's time, people, to continue to boldly and unapologetically show up and represent in every room.
Yes.
Because there was a time when we weren't even invited into rooms. So when we have the invitation and the opportunity, we better walk in them, and we owe it to our people before us to represent, right? Yes.
Oh, yes.
So, and Lisa says she would be proud.
Yes.
And thank you for what you do. And thank you for representing in the healthcare field as well.
Sure.
So Laneeda, let's hear from you. But before we do that, we have a few more shout outs out here for you. I want to pull this one up. Happy birthday, Lee. That Lee
Mr. Fillmore.
So Laneeda, tell us, what are you thinking?
Well, as all the ladies have already said, as far as, that dream, that drive, that determination, that just keeps us going, the fire that keeps us lit to keep on moving on. Sometimes, we have to put fire up on one another. Sometimes we may have to do the lighter. But, having that within ourselves, there's still that, you still having that just a little bit lit, but sometimes, as I shared with you before, just coming to wave my flame a little bit, or you waving your flame a little bit just to give it some oxygen, to give it some life. I said, because if you let that flame and you let that fire go out, then sometimes, we take some steps back. But even if taking the steps back, as long as you get back on there and keep on moving forward and just continue to let that flame continue on, I said, it will get light sometime. And then, you might need more people to wave on that fire sometime. You might need some wood to keep the fire going sometime. That wood is the Dream Squad. That wood is Speak That Movement. That wood is, other individuals out there that might have to put some wood up on your fire. But that's okay. That's all right. But that wood keeps burning. That fire keeps burning. That fires keep burning within yourself. As long as you keep on moving and striving and going, we got this. We got this as a people. We got this as a organization. We got this as a squad. So just thankful and grateful, and, to have the support, to have the opportunities, because one of my mottos is, if I'm given the resources, if I'm given the support, if I'm given the true opportunity, then I can succeed. Without all of those things, then it's going to be harder for me to be able to push forward. If I have one thing, if I don't have the tools or the resources, but I got an opportunity, I'm going to be lacking. So somebody putting some wood down to give me some tools. Somebody putting some wood down to give me some resources. And then somebody giving me that opportunity, we're going to keep it going. That dream comes reality over and over again.
Yeah, I love it. And there you have it. Just that take on today's Speak That Movement Live. So ladies, let's talk a little bit more before we move on to the famous Speak That Movement speed round. So I appreciate Felicia, how you brought up, like, even your loved ones. So I want to ask you ladies, 29 years over and over for a couple of you. Laneeda has stayed 29. But what words of wisdom would you want to offer people coming behind you. So we're flashing back and we're grateful for our ancestors and the people who paved the way. But what words would you offer younger people who have this amazing opportunity right now? Like, as an example, I was talking to my mom today, and we were talking about, happy Juneteenth National Independence Day. And I said, do you realize that my baby nephew Tegan, my great niece Tinley, who's only 10 months, they will now grow up where this will be a holiday, right? They won't know any different. So what would you share to the generations behind you? Any words of advice, wisdom, whatever you ladies want to share. And we'll go one by one. Let's start with you, Dr. T.
There's so much. But I would say, like Nike, just do it. I think we spend too much time worrying about what people gonna say and what it's gonna look like and whether or not you're gonna fail. Do it. I failed and I've been successful. And I think it's all about just taking that fear away and being intentional about what you want. And what people don't do enough of is making a decision to do something. And I'm talking about anything. So for me, I just really would implore anybody coming behind me to just decide what it is that you want to do and then take the steps to do it, because we just don't do enough of it. I could talk all day, but I'm not. So that's all I got for right now. There's so many lessons, but that would be one of my biggest. You're on mute.
Someone in the message for me, type in just do it. Just do it. All right. Felicia, what would you share to people coming behind you?
Don't give up. Don't let student loans stop you. Don't let the counselor tell you any differently. Just know that you have the power within you to do whatever you want to. You just have to go for it and do it.
I love it. I love it.
And keep learning. Learn as much as you can for as long as you can.
Yeah, I love it. Somebody put that in the hashtag if you don't mind. And I want to add one too on behalf of you, Felicia. Show up. Be present like you're doing right now, representing. Yes. So I'm going to move on to you, Sherry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is, I like both of them. Just do it, show up. As far as what I would like to pass on to the generations behind me, I would take a page out of their book. They're already driven. I can remember when I first graduated from college and got a degree, and this recruiter was trying to tell me to become an entrepreneur out of California. I didn't really understand it. I thought a 9 to 5 was where it was at. But I see my young cousins right now calling and saying, Sherry, I got this opportunity. And I'm like, absolutely, go for it. And they're thriving. They're doing a great job. I encourage them to follow their dreams, and they're entrepreneurs, they're investors, and they're writing their own legacy, their own path. And I really admire them. Actually, one of them pulled me into one of their groups. So I would just encourage them to do it. Like Chakai said, I had that fear. I was one of those who had the fear and always had a reason as to why I couldn't start, or what was the holdup, and this is why I'm not going to do it. But to have their tenacity that they have, and to be fearless, like you just be fearless and move forward. And actually they're doing it, several of them. So that's what I would advise my the younger generation to do that.
Yeah. Beautiful. All right, Laneeda, what about you?
I would say keep swimming, as Dora. keep swimming, and it's okay to evolve. It's okay to recreate yourself, because sometimes we may start off with something, but then it may move us to the next thing. As Felicia said, she was a nurse, then nurse practitioner, the things that she's done, she's continued to evolve. So just, remembering that as you go forth, something that they said years ago, we're not our parents. Our parents back in the day, they would stay at a job for 20, 30, 40, 50 years and retire from those positions. And when I was in school, and, they say you might have 10 different careers by the time you retire. And that's just the things that, individuals are doing in this day and time. And it's okay to evolve. It's okay to keep swimming. You might have to swim downstream, upstream, whatever the case of it may be, but continue to swim. Keep swimming.
Yes, I love that. Someone please put that in the hashtags. Keep swimming. All right, ladies. And so got to shout out Miss Betty. I love her comments. Show up and represent. Just do it. Thank you for that. And then she also wants to say happy birthday, sis. We love you more here in Rockford, Illinois. Brother Charles and Betty.
Thank you, family. That's my sister-in-law, my sister in love, and my brother. So yes. And as we're going on, as far as dreaming and as far as giving back and continuing forward, I do want Miss Sherry, she didn't talk about kind of her background, but she's an entrepreneur of so many different things. But that's a bad woman as far as an engineer. Miss Sherry, we ain't got to say where you work at, but the mindset, so just knowing that the youth that are out there, you can do any and everything that you desire. I mean, these are some individuals that are doing their things, and Miss T, she's been a little bit, with Dr. T, entrepreneur, several businesses as well, and she's doing, research. She's done some major research across the country, across the nation. This woman she's lived in different countries. She has done a variety of different things. So when I say this Dream Squad I seen in the chat, these individuals doing their thing. So just want to give an additional shout out. And we're missing 2 members of our Dream Squad. We have Stacia Young, so I'm gonna give her a shout out. I don't know if she's on, and Miss Jackie Davis. They weren't able to be on today, but those individuals are doing some great things. So Stacy was a military. Jackie got her own franchise. So individuals doing some things. So just want to give a shout out to some of those that are not here with us today, but keep dreaming, keep swimming, and knowing that, like I said, we got this.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, shout out to the Dream Squad and everybody out there. Before we wrap up, we still have a little bit more to go, a few more portions to go with today's live. But I want to hear, how do you feel about Juneteenth? How do you feel about everything? So please chime in the comments and let us know how you're feeling today. And even if it's a word, even if it's a thought, as you think about your ancestors, tell us, what are you feeling? And everybody out there that's dreaming, and I know it's some dreamers out here. Laneeda's a dreamer, I'm a dreamer, and there are tons of dreamers on today. Keep dreaming and keep dreaming big, because one thing about a dream is you never know when that dream is going to become a reality. It might be the efforts that you're doing today, might be for over 150 years later, or then some. So right now, ladies, I want us to kind of wrap up this portion, because we have something else to do after. But I want to wrap this portion up with my favorite part of the Speak That Movement events. So anybody that's been tuning in for the Speak That Movement events over the years, you know that there is a special thing that I like to do, and it's shouting out the 4 pillars of the Speak That Movement. So for those of you who do not know, I just want to let you know that the 4 pillars of the Speak That Movement are: dream it, believe it, speak it, and walk it. Now, the special thing right now, as we close out with the Dream Squad, I am inviting them all to share their thoughts during the Speak That Movement speed round. And I want to hear from them. I want them to tell us their thoughts on each pillar. So I'm going to do one by one, right? For the sake of time. So I am going to start with Laneeda. You decide. You decide. Who do you want to kick off dreaming? Because you know your dream squad. Who do you think is going to represent the dream squad with Dream It?
All right. Well, they all will represent the Dream Squad with Dream It, but I'm going to go ahead and start with Miss Shetty.
Hey, Nita. Yes, absolutely. I am a huge dreamer, and I want to bring one of my dreams into existence, hopefully in the next few years. It's personal as well as I think it'll help other people. My mom lives with me, and so I been taking care of her the last few years, and I see a lot that goes on the business side of dealing with seniors, a ton things that I never would even know unless I experienced this with her. And this it's been really since before she moved in with me. Just things, even healthcare and how important Obamacare and things of that nature is. But I'm dreaming and I'm a speak it into existence that I'm gonna have my own senior business, and it will be really to be an advocate for them, because there's a lot of things going on that I see that I think could be done a heck of a lot better. Especially with what happened in Texas with the winter storm, and the way they treated the seniors is absolutely unreal. So I'm dreaming on that. I've already talked to relatives, uncles, investors to see if I can't bring it into existence. So yeah, that's one of my dreams that I want to bring into reality, as well as continuing entrepreneurship.
I love it. So as we think about Speak That Movement pillar number 1, which is Dream It, in as few words as possible, tell the audience out there, what does Dream It mean to you, Miss Sherry?
Oh, dream it means, that gives you, that really is life, right? You live off of a dream. I still dream at this age. And I wake up and I live by my dream. So I would encourage people, if you have a dream, if it's something out there that you want, that's all you got to do is be willing to put in the work to achieve it. That's just how I live. I live by my dreams and to bring them into reality. And it can happen. So that's what I would just tell people to live by their dreams.
I love it. Nicely put. And I wish you nothing but the best and nothing but blessings as you make that dream that you just shared with us a reality. So, Miss Laneeda, which one of your Dream Squad sisters will represent you all with Speak That Movement pillar number 2? Who is going to let us know what Believe It means to them?
All right. I'm going to give that one to Fifi. Felicia, believe it. As few words as possible.
So believe it. Okay. Believe it means to me that you achieve it.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Nicely put. Thank you for that. And you keep believing it as well as you're going after all of your dreams. So, speak it. Laneeda, who would you have represent the Dream Squad with Speak That Movement pillar number 3? Speak it. It's either you or your girl.
That is going to be Dr. T, and we're going to do something a little bit different today. Dr. T going to do both of them. She going to do Speak It and Walk It, because I know she like to walk it. So she's going to do both of them. She got this. Go ahead, Dr. T.
Okay, well, I would say Speak It because shameless plug for my podcast. I do have a podcast, and so I do speak it quite a bit. It is called All Things X, and it's on the CX of M Radio Podcast Network with the Michigan State University. And it's all about customer experience, right? Employee experience, user experience, and how can we think about, especially now post-pandemic, what does that feel like? And as a researcher, what do I need to do differently to to unpack what people's experiences need to be like, right? How do companies need to deliver on that from a customer and an employee standpoint? So, as few words as possible. So, speak positivity into the universe, because life and death is in the tongue. I don't know what the scripture is, but it's something like that. My mom over there probably just ashamed because I don't know it, but you got to speak positivity into the world, right? And so that's the first one. And walk it. You got to walk the talk. Like I took a professional development class last summer, which really prompted me to go out and do some different things from a business standpoint. And one of the things that she said was, you listen to people from an advice standpoint who you'd want to trade bank accounts with, right? So if you haven't walked in the shoes, then it's going to be really hard for you to advise me. Now, that doesn't mean this is all about money. It just means I need you to have been there to be able to and have walked that walk before you can kind of tell me how to walk it. Because if you haven't been down that path to tell me, to foreshadow what I'm going to see, then it's harder for you to tell me what's down there, right? So when it comes to walk it, I think it's that, but it's also do and be who you want to walk. If you want to be, the mayor, well, then walk like the mayor. My mom always told me, I'll tell you from the very beginning, and Laneeda and Felicia, you all will remember this, and maybe Sherry, I don't know, Sherry was too busy teasing me about these pimples I used to have on my nose all the time, but she say, you always dress the part that you want, not the part that you have. So I have always tried to walk in what I want to be, and then miraculously, with a lot of prayer and hard work, you be that. So I've always, throughout my whole life, tried to walk into what I want to be. And I'm walking in that, right? And so when you decide that you want to be that, you walk that, and voila. So thank you for giving me those two, Laneeda, because I do truly believe those are two that really resonate with me in my life.
Wow. Well, thank you for that, Dr. T. And thank you all, ladies. The Dream Squad, please, everybody, give it up for the Dream Squad, because they shared how they're dreaming it. They shared how they're believing it, speaking it, and walking it. And not only did they just articulate it, but they're doing it. They're doing it. They're walking in their dreams. And as we heard today, even though they have accomplished so many amazing and noteworthy things that future generations will be able to be proud of and have an example in front of them, they're still dreaming. So if you didn't take anything else away, I hope that you took that we never can stop dreaming. It was a blessing. There was a woman who went from Texas to DC today. And I want you all to Google her. Miss Lee, I don't want to mispronounce her first name. She went to Texas, from Texas. You know what? It might be Oklahoma, so I don't want to mess anything up. But she went to Texas. Thank you. I was right. She went from Texas, was invited to the White House to be there today to witness the signing. This woman, this amazing, beautiful woman of God, has been dreaming for a day like this for so many years. And today, her and all of her family members and loved ones and community members got to witness history because of a dream that even she was dreaming of. So I say that to say, never stop dreaming. So ladies, quickly, just let people know, how can they continue to follow you or support you? If we can do this quickly one by one, I would love to hear it. And thank y'all so much. Dr. T?
Yeah, so follow me on LinkedIn. My first and last name on LinkedIn. That's the best place to see what's happening. I'm doing a talk on what organizations need to do to in terms of diversity, equity, and inclusion and the future of work. So follow me on LinkedIn, and that's kind of where I put all of my professional stuff.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So there you have it. Dr. T, who's dreaming and believing and speaking it and walking it. That's how you follow her. How about you, Miss Sherry? Where can people continue to support you or follow you?
I would say LinkedIn as well. I That's where I do most of my business, professional business. But my entrepreneurship business is really just kind of like a tag. So, but I still have to work on that. But LinkedIn is the best way to follow me under my name. It's under my name.
Awesome. There you have it. A lady who is dreaming it, believing it, speaking it, and walking it. All right, Miss Felicia, how can people follow and support you?
I'm also on LinkedIn, so under my name. But yes, you can follow me there.
Awesome. Another woman that's dreaming it, believing it, speaking it, and walking it. Well, there you have it, the Dream Squad. Thank you, ladies, so much for tuning in and jumping in and
Thank
popping
you
in
for
today.
having me.
Yes. So when the Speak That Talks get started again, when God says go, you ladies have to come back. And I want to see the entire squad. All right?
All right.
Thanks for having us.
Show them some
Thank you
love.
so much for having
Thank
us.
you for having me.
Happy birthday, Laneeda.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Tiara.
Happy
you.
birthday, Nita Boo. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
So beautiful, so beautiful. Wow. I hope you all enjoyed that. Just some women that popped in. But Laneeda, you know, today was beautiful. Thank you for inviting your sisters. I feel like, can I like be an honorary sister of the Dream Squad? You know.
Hey, yeah, yes, we can make that happen. Make that happen.
Awesome. So, you know, because it's all about celebrations and it's all about looking back to the people before us who paved the way as we look ahead, there was one more person that I wanted to invite to the Speak That Movement platform today. So I'm going to bring her up. And if anybody knows who she is definitely a special guest. Then I want you all to let me know if you know who this next guest is. Miss Karen.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Really?
Well.
Oh my goodness.
Don't start crying because you know I will. Happy birthday, Laneeda. And thank you, Tiara, for inviting me. This is special because you were just talking about dream it, believe it, speak it, walk it. That's your platform. That's your Speak That movement. With that little girl, with that little whatever she got on her head, is somebody that I've known since middle school. Now, the first thing when you talk about the people before you, how is it that a little girl I had in middle school is still someone that is a part of my life and I'm a part of hers? Some people might think that is strange, but when you think about the value and the culture that we share, that might be why we have some of the issues we do, because we don't keep these intergenerational relationships going on. But you young women are smart enough to be walking and speaking your new dreams, but never forgetting where you came from or what others have poured into you. I know I'm a part of who you are today.
Yes.
Because of the things that I poured into you when you had a chance. And it didn't stop at middle school when you left my classroom, because I kept encouraging you even through high school.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't stop there, because how old are you, girl? How old are you today?
49.
Girl, how can I have some former students who are 49? I don't understand that. Nah. So that means from the time you were 12 to all these years later, we have stayed in touch with each other. And so part of it for me is I can't stop, because every time I see you all and realize I've been a part of your journey, there's some more young women and young men who need. I never thought I'd be the older generation, but I am. But this is such a blessing to even be contacted. You know, Dr. T, I can see her sitting in my classroom right now. Felicia, too. So, what does that tell you about the power of powerful? Look, Tammy Few. I see her name. These young women honored me in February, and I've never forgotten it, about being that Black History person. So Juneteenth, we were doing Juneteenth before it became popular. You better recognize,
Yes, ma'am.
You better recognize singing in the choirs for Black History Month.
Yes.
But look at where you are now. Keep moving forward and keep helping others, because that's what sustains us. And we need all of us together, because it's not pretty out here, the things that are going on. But there's so many possibilities, and I'm just so proud of you, Laneeda. I'm proud of your accomplishments, proud of you, Tiara, and even that I could figure out how to get on here without calling my children and my grandchildren. I'm really impressed with that with me today and stuff. But I love you, and I'm just thrilled to be a part of your life.
Yes.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. So you had to get me back, because I surprised you. Was not, and I'm gonna get tea too. I'm gonna get this tea. Like, oh my goodness now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they were blowing up my phone this evening, and I was like, well, I'm in the middle of doing something for church as the voice of hospitality. But as soon as I get back home, I'm getting on this. So,
Yes.
yeah, you did. I got you back. I got you back.
Well, I'm so happy that it all worked out. And from the the tears, clearly you were an amazing attribute to the birthday. But I want to ask you while we have you on, and I'm just honored. I just met you today, but I feel like I've known you my entire life. But let me ask you this, as we celebrate so many amazing things today, you being a wise woman, a woman that has just, been from my understanding of you, a pillar in the community, within the church, the education system, the community, your family. What does Happy Juneteenth National Independence Day mean to you and your generation?
Okay. So what you have to realize, first of all, is I'm from a little small town, Freeport, Illinois, 26 miles from Rockford. But I had parents who poured into us as young children the importance of being proud African Americans. And so when I, as a sixth grader, can remember walking in Freeport in a march because those 4 little girls had been killed at the church. But I'm a sixth grader learning to walk in protest. And then I can remember being in 9th or 10th grade when my aunt and her husband were able to move to the other side of town, that they had to pass a law, a freedom of residence law. I'm not talking about no slavery time. I'm 68 years old. I'm talking about my childhood memory. Dr. King being killed, I was a junior. So I'm setting that up to tell you that's why Juneteenth is important to me, because I've been teaching it and living it all of my life. To finally, when I hear people talking about what we're not going to teach in school about critical race theory and what we're not going to do. And I saw Sister Olabia, whatever her name was, at 94 years old, up there with the president today. It made me feel so proud that now the whole world is going to know about some of the things we've been talking about since this little girl could march as a sixth grader. So I'm happy to see it come. But just like Martin Luther King Day, it can't be a day to sit at home and do nothing. We must share the history with our kids, with our children, with our grandchildren, with our community. We must explain to them how things have happened and why we are so important and resilient and can persevere. How is it that a little girl whose great-great-grandparents were slaves could go on to reach the heights that I have in education? Juneteenth, great celebration, but we gotta do more than say we gotta celebrate. We gotta work. We gotta work, y'all, because there's so much work to be done. So glad to see it as a holiday. Glad to see the recognition, but it better be more than that, because see, that's what others think that's all we know to do. Have a picnic, have a barbecue, and we good to go. Wrong. You better teach somebody.
Wow. There you go. Well, there you have it.
All right, say it.
Thank you for that. It is such a blessing because, you know, we talked to the Dream Squad and we talked about our ancestors and how they dreamed, and we talked about how the Dream Squad, what they would say to generations behind them and coming up. But to have you on, somebody that was influential in some of the Dream Squad's life, to now share your experience, to me, that brings all of this full circle.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm just so touched. I'm touched.
Thank you. Laneeda, any words for your mentor and your former teacher? Any words as we get ready to close out?
Just thank you. I'm speechless as she was on that day. But sharing that knowledge, what she just shared in this snippet here is what we got every day in class, and not just every day in class, but as life happened. As she said, she followed us. She, church, if she seen us in the community, whatever the case may have been, she was always, how you doing? What you doing? So what you gonna do next? So she was always, and those are the things. And she was one of the ones, and that's one of the things that I took as an educator when I was in the educational field. I was one that strived and worked hard anyway, academically, but she was one that, those that were not pushing themselves, she was one like, I'm here. I'm not lowering my expectations for you. You got the capability. You're going to make it happen. And so just appreciate all that you do, all that you continue to do. And thank you. Yes. Amazing. And keep on swimming, keep on pushing on, and I will continue to do the same.
Good.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Wow. All right. Well, this has been clearly a surprise for you, but it's been a blessing for everybody. And so, wow. It's time for us to wrap up. But I got one more person. Because we talked to a lot of women, but one more person wanted to pop in to just say something. I want him to unmute himself, and I want to hear from a final guest. Can we hear from you today, Larry?
I'm here. Can you guys see me?
We see you and we hear you. So one more person. We talked to a lot of women today, but this is a man who is near and dear to Laneeda's life. He's doing amazing things in the communities as well. So, Larry,
Happy birthday. I'm at a bar now. I just got off the golf course. It's 95 degrees here in Texas. So I'm here relaxing, chilling. I'm saying happy birthday, sis. I love you. This is a hard act to follow. It's a hard act to follow from the previous segment, but I just wanted to shout out you and to celebrate you. You're the sister I never had. And you and I met when I was a much younger man, more immature. I've had some life experiences in the last couple of decades, but it's been an honor to be part of your family. I love your children. Now your grandchildren, excuse me now. And I'm just glad to be part of your family, and I love you. And I am just celebrating all the things you do because, we grew up technically in the second stage of your life, and you had your family. And when I was growing, and to be a part of that was truly an honor, and I'm blessed as well, to see that. So I wanted to shout you out and celebrate you today.
And he is actually kicking off the after party of today's celebration. So it is so perfect and timely and so strategic that our final guest is at an after party location, because that's how we kick off a Speak That Movement celebration.
Yeah, I certainly work hard and play hard. That'll make no apologies for that.
And you do, and you deserve it. You deserve it, bro. And I appreciate you and all that you do. And thank you so much for popping in. Another individual that I said, not only did I pour into his life, but he poured into my life and my children's lives. So thank you for all that you do. And you keep on keeping on. I mean, this, like I said, another amazing individual, period, that's out there doing things. As I said, he's believing it, speaking it, walking it as well, dreaming it, and doing the things, and he's installing that into his children as well. So
right.
I love seeing it, love the conversation. So you keep on keeping on, little bro.
Yes. And thank you so much, Larry, for transitioning us to our after party. So everybody that's out there, get your champagne glass, get your beverage of choice, because the celebration for birthdays, accomplishments, dreaming it, and certainly Juneteenth as a national holiday officially begins with Speak That Movement tonight. So thank you, Larry, live from the after party. Take care. Thank you, Larry.
All right, take care, you guys.
All right, Laneeda, we did it. This was a nice pop-up. We celebrated. We, to everybody out there doing your thing, please know on behalf of Speak That Movement, we love you. We are rocking with you. We will encourage you to continue to dream it, dream big, like our ancestors. Believe it. Believe that things can come true no matter how many decades, centuries, or years, months, hours later. Speak it. Speak things into existence and believe in the power of words and walk it. Walk it like you talk it and walk in it. And as we close out, we welcome all of you to join us even more in our celebration with the new announcement of one of our newest items that we are so excited to be wearing on Juneteenth. And we welcome all of you who would like to order one. The brand new Speak That Movement Freedom T-shirt, which represents the 4 pillars of the movement, as well as our celebration of Juneteenth and freedom, because we believe that our ancestors dreamed it. They dreamed that a day like this would come. They believed it when they were enslaved. They dreamed of freedom. They believed it could happen. They spoke it. Even when they could not truly say the words, they spoke it with their songs. They spoke it with their actions. They spoke it with their hymns. And then when they got that announcement, obviously some later than others, they walked in their freedom. So we owe it to our ancestors to continue to dream it, believe it, speak it, and walk it. And we would love for all of you to order your shirt on the SpeakThatMovement.com website. And there you have it, the Dream It, Believe It, Speak It, and Walk in It t-shirt. On that note, Laneeda, let's close us out.
Awesome, awesome. Well, it has been such a wonderful day and honor and everything else today. So it's just been a blessing to be here and experience and all the surprises today and honoring everybody. And one thing really quick, T, as far as yourself, you was just honored under 40 in Dallas. Can you just give us 10 seconds on that?
My pleasure. Thank you so much. So so actually next Thursday, I'll be honored as a 40 under 40 for the Dallas Public Relations Society of America, where they're recognizing 40 women and men, a total of 40 people within the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, millions of people. They identify 40 people that are just doing their thing in the PR, communications space, and also within the community. So I am honored. Last week, I was actually honored as a nominee for the Junior League of Collin County Women of Influence Award. So I'm grateful. I do what I do because I love it. To me, it's only a cherry on top when other people, prestigious organizations, recognize the effort. It's not about the recognition. It's about the action as we walk in it. But thank you for that, Laneeda.
And I made sure I had a red one for you today. So celebrate. So celebration.
Yes.
Heart, and just continue on. sister, continue on.
Yes. So thank you all so much for joining us today. Like, this has been amazing. You know, we just popped in and you all showed up. So as we like to say, whenever we did a Speak That Talks event, continue to just live your best life. And most importantly, whatever you do, continue to keep God first. Thank you so much for all of your support. Please go to speakthatmovement.com, support our efforts so that we can bless even more people. And last but certainly not least, may God bless you and protect you. Happy Juneteenth Day. Take care, everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye.